This is the Besotted Pride of West London podcast. We're coming to you from Crystal Palace. Selhurst Park hasn't gone according to plan yet again. We've said this, 7 games lost, seven games out of 8 we've lost. Last 8 games we played, we've only won 1, which is not great. Actually, we've lost, I don't even know. We're sitting here and what are we going to do? At the end of the day, there's not going to be another league match till the 20th when Over Tony's back. We've got all our players back, and I think all our fans are going to be saying we're going to be really looking forward to that moment when all these players come back. We've got the Brentford players right in front of us. They're giving the round of applause. You know, we've got Seman Godas coming over. He's going to throw his shirt over as well. But to be honest with you, they all know it's not been a great end to 2023. 2023 has been back end of it out on a bit of a whimper, to be quite honest with you. Been out on a bit of a whimper. There's something, I don't know what to say. I mean, tell me.
We're just an absolute shambles defensively at the moment. We're just going around giving away goals. They were soft goals again, not as disastrous as the other night, but soft goals again. And then we're missing golden chances. I mean, maybe it was harder than it looked from where we're standing, but that chance Wissa had, how he doesn't get that on target is beyond me. But our problems are defensively, and I don't know whether that comes from lack of confidence in the goalkeeper or what, but we are a shambles at the back at the moment, and I think we desperately need leadership. There's no leadership on the pitch. Hopefully Tony coming back will give us that. Hopefully me coming back will give us that. But I don't know where we go from here. And you can't say there are 3 worse sides than us, because at the moment I'm not sure there are.
And there's not 3 worse sides, as we said. The argument I'll say about that is it's a 9-month season, and you can take the seasons in little bit type chunks. And at the moment now we're not looking great, but we've got 3 million injured players at the moment. What are you saying about that?
It's just awful. Our starters were making mistakes as well. It wasn't just like the reserve. It's not good enough. It's awful.
Okay, it's awful. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I thought that we looked good in parts, especially at the beginning of the game. We got the early goal and we looked good, and then it just sort of went a bit horribly wrong, didn't it?
It's at the back, we can't get out, and the defence looks shaky, and we had chances. Like, Wissa had a chance with 20 to go, which he should have scored and missed. It was the same. There's good parts, but it's just not good enough throughout the game.
There's an argument, people are saying that Flecken seems stuck rooted to the spot. I mean, we had a couple of chances, really good chances there, and their goalkeeper pulled off a couple of good saves, and we asked the question, would Flecken have done the same thing? And that is the difference between you getting back into the game and not. Like, we could have got back into that game if we scored that, but their goalkeeper saved the ball. But we've had a couple of chances with Flecken, literally, he hasn't even moved.
He stands. You've got to dive. If you dive and don't get there, it happens. But like half the time, he's not diving and saving shots, and when he does dive, the ball's in the net before he gets to the floor. It's just. His feet is all right, but he doesn't make any saves. Like, every shot you think is going to go in, every shot.
We'll be all right, won't we?
Hopefully. I don't have much faith in us, but when we get players back, it might get better.
UBs. So it's not going according to plan. This end of season, end of year bids, is it?
No, it's not. No. We're supposed to be winning games and going up the league, but we're not. And it's a bit of a worry.
And why? And just tell me why. I mean, what happened out there again? Listen, we had team. He changed the formation. We got an early goal. We were looking good, and then it just seemed to fall apart.
I think everybody would have said that was the right team to play to start with, and obviously we had a good start. It sounds rubbish, but I think we're a bit unlucky at the moment as well.
No, it's not rubbish.
We had lots of chances, and another day that could have gone our way, and it didn't. We're just not quite good enough. It's got to be said, and it is a worry. We're in right doo-doo, but let's enjoy it and get on with it, and
enjoy the doo-doo.
Yeah, well, enjoy the fight. I mean, it's football, isn't it? So we'll enjoy the fight and let's win the fight, and go again next year.
Let's go again next year. Listen, he's enjoying the fight. Listen. Okay, easy life. Bees fans are departing. We're right in this. Like I said, look, we're just in the stadium. We're looking down. It's like it's in a bit of a. Oh, sorry, mate. So I've been. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Almost got run over by a character. But it's in a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a kind of basin. We're looking at the basin, and Brentford are sort of kind of deep in the shit there, really, shouldn't they? We're talking about basins.
Yeah, it's just good just to get a game out of the way, end the season. It's been a poor end to the season. I just think it was sadly predictable what was going to happen today. We come here thinking that was going to happen. That's what did happen. No prizes. I don't want a pat on the back or a pint for knowing that. I thought there were a lot of chances, which we got a big striker on the pitch that he may take. We didn't lay down again, but the game was all over and done with, to be honest. At 3-1, that was game, set and match. But, their keeper pulled off a couple of big uns. I need to see the chances again on Match of the Day or whatever tonight, but it looked like Johan Wieser had a couple of really good chances. A header, a couple of headers that kind of just went wide. We're just, it's same old, isn't it? It's just like, we're putting the same record on every game at the moment. We just need these 3 weeks. We need the transfer window. We need 3 weeks for players to get fit again. We need Ivan's situation to sort itself out. By the time we take the pitch against Nottingham Forest, I think we'll be in a better place. It's a biggie. I remember going up to Forest before, or going to play Forest before, and it was like everything was on that game, and we won that game. I think we all win that game too, and I think
everyone's back. I mean, just throw the kitchen sink at them.
Yeah, we're taking that for granted, but I still think we're way too strong to be overly worried. But at the moment, a few Brentford fans having a snipe at each other as always. 3 or 4 games on the defeat, and it's too much for some fans. We've been here and seen it. Not maybe at this level before, but we've been in these runs before, and we just got to get behind the players, and they're not letting us down overall. The performance levels, by most is really all right, but we're just not strong enough. We're not a strong Premiership club at the moment, and we're being punished badly.
What you going to say?
I mean, for me, it's about confidence. I think we're lacking confidence. I think we're playing like we're not a confident team. And I think that's a result of the last 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 games. And I think once we get the confidence back, I think this is a different team. When we get the players back, it's a different team. But right now, they look demoralized in a way. And I want them to come back from that. And I think Thomas Frank is the guy that get us back there.
And where you come from?
I'm from the U.S. in New Jersey, but we live in Kew. So we're local, so we go to a lot of games and we watch a lot of Brentford games. And this is the most unconfident team I've seen in 3 years or more.
So, and now we're going to turn around because we've got some good players there. We play some good football. Do we just need a break?
We need a break. We need to get some guys back. We need to get Ivan back. We need to get our players back. I mean, this is not our team. This is a different team.
So you're still confident? You Bees are staying up, yeah?
We'll stay up.
You Bees.
We will stay up.
You Bees.
You Bees.
Another Yankee in the house here. Listen, we've got Yankees all over the place, you know what I'm saying? From American side, they come over from America. We had a few over a few weeks ago. But we also got some few local Yankees that have come over and been living over here now, and they follow the Bees. And you look ashen. You look a bit ashen grey. You know what I'm saying? You look depressed.
That's a great way to put it. It's been 3.5 months now where I've watched a Brentford team that isn't my Brentford team. It's almost the best of the B team playing on a pitch against the best players in the world, and they try their best, right? You see him on the pitch all the time. You see Yarmolenko providing. You see him giving the ball to Wissa, which is what we need. We need Wissa to be the one who controls the pitch when we don't have a Buemo, we don't have a Tony, we don't have a Shada, we don't have anybody who goes to attack a goal. And then you go back in defense and you have Gatos and you have Ruslov's is a dead-on right back, and you have Saman Gatos, who in my mind is a cam, not even close to a left back, and you throw him in to try to help us in the wings and you help us in the center, and they don't they can't. That's not their job. They can't do it. So then you reflect and you say, all right, so who is that guy? And you have Nathan Collins, you have Pinnock, and you have Zenka, who also are dead-on center backs. And they can't go, because right now we have a young squad, who needs placement. They need ball placement. They need you to give them the ball beyond the half, where they can actually do something. And every time we rely on Wissa, we rely on Yarmolic, we rely on our wingers, and they, if you can't give them a proper ball, and the delivery system has just been flawed. We don't have this. The disconnect from the front and the back is just brutal right now. It's hard to watch. Quite frankly, it's irritating, because all we need is just a Christian Norgard and a healthy Jensen to do that, but then they also don't have right mids and left mids who could take the ball on the wide wings and then deliver it to where this ball is supposed to be. And I don't know what the solution is until we have our players back, but right now it's frustrating. I know Thomas Frank's doing his best and the rest of them are, but for the past 3 years we haven't seen a squad as non-connected as they are right now, and it's frustrating, quite frustrating.
You beast. You beast. You beast.
You beast.
Thank you, mate. Back at the Goat House now. We're the beast. A bit of a Brentford takeover before here. I think Palace were quite surprised Brentford took over their little local boozer here. Very good pub as well, I have to say, right in the heart of the Palace land. Didn't know there was as good pubs as this in their manor. However, what we may have done, taken over their boozer, we didn't quite take over the pitch as we got to Selhurst Park. We got an early goal, but after that it all seemed to go horribly wrong. How do you see it from your end, the Palace boy in the house?
I think the main thing is we got Michael Elise and Eberechi Eze, and you haven't. And it was two teams pretty short of confidence, but when you've got those two on your side, you know that they're always capable of doing something out of the ordinary. And I reckon at the end of it, that's probably the difference. Once they started to worry your defence, you look really shaky at the back. Didn't look like your defence had much confidence in the keeper, and I thought that gave us a bit of momentum to keep having a go. That's the main difference. We got two quality players that you haven't got
at the moment. I'd say at the moment is that right? Listen,
I'm sure yours are out injured at the moment, and they'll be back. But yes,
that's right. Listen, I know everyone gets their injuries, but sometimes not as many as we do. And I'm sure if the Mbumo and the Ivan Tooneys and all them lot of the world and the Rico Henrys were in there, it would have been a different game altogether. But it wasn't, and you took advantage.
We did, thankfully. And even though you brought that little git Mopai on, he managed to get one shot in, which thankfully hit the bar, and we were able to get into pantomime season and boo every time he touched the ball, which was great fun for us. And it's lovely.
Probably the most noise that you made all game, though, wasn't it?
It's lovely to see him on the losing side for once. It's been a long time since we've defeated him. But it keeps Roy in the job. And we just said Steve Cooper can probably book a 3-week holiday now.
Tell you something, it's a shame that Steve Cooper wasn't manager today, because if it was, it would be a different story altogether, because you probably don't know, we do not like Steve Cooper, and I think we would have raised it up about 74 levels. But anyway, it didn't really happen today. Another Palace boy in the house here today. Hey, look at him, he's just standing up here, looking quite casual, looking much more much more relaxed than you were before the game. You were looking quite nervous before the game.
I was quite nervous for the game because we're shit at the moment, but you know we're not quite as shit as on the day as Brentford were. But you know, I think in a way it played to our strengths that you went ahead so early. Going ahead early as a team short on confidence, which you are and we are, is always really difficult, and you've got a lot to hold on to. And I thought the game swung after that. I just didn't think you had much in it really. I think we ran the game really after that, which was lovely.
Listen, it's about having chances. You know, you talk about obviously Eze, and we know Eze, the QPR man in the house. He scored the first goal as well. It's also a typical score goal. The first goal, I think it was. Yeah, a typical goal as well. Brentford concede as well. Ball goes right across the area.
Elise's goal, the first one.
Elise, yeah, that's right. Ball right across the area to the far post. The amount of goals that we conceded recently like
from that position.
Exactly. It's similar goal every time. You must have watched all the videos and thought, let's do the same thing.
But it seems to be a bit of a thing that IU seems to have noticed that's a good place to cross to suddenly, all out of nowhere, because the goal at Chelsea was not dissimilar in a way. So I think we're obviously in a bit of a roll with that, but we've been due a result. We've played quite well the last few games, and we didn't play badly against Liverpool and got done after the stupid sending off. And two draws against really good sides. I'll take that, and then crap defeat against Chelsea with a dodgy penalty. So we were definitely due a result, but who knows? I mean, we'll both still be in it. I mean, like you say, you're a much better team when you've got all your players fit, as we have been when all our players are fit. Who knows whether at least pulling up at the end will be another injury saga for us. Who knows? We'll see.
Who will know? We've got Palace in the house here today. Smiling again. Listen. You're smiling. I'm not sure if you're smiling because the Palace got a win. Did they get a win to celebrate your little tour? Because you're going east, and we're not talking about Leyton Orient. We're talking about proper. You're going proper east, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm going travelling for 6 months. So it's my last game of the season. I was worried.
Oh, loyal.
I was worried before the match that I might see Roy get sacked because I love Roy. So I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased.
And the game today, I mean, it sort of it swung away from you, then it swung towards you, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it felt very typical Palace to concede 2 minutes in, and VAR took bloody ages, which was awful again. We've had quite a lot of them recently. But yeah, I was really happy that we managed to stay in it. It was a lovely cross from Ayew for the Elise volley, which was gorgeous. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with that. And I just thought we really kept ourselves in it, especially at the end. I thought Anderson did really well. Just getting on everything, getting on the clearances. So yeah, really pleased.
And Brentford, I mean, look, we're here. Like I said to you, we've had a good day, regardless. Anyway, it's not nice coming here and everyone thinking, oh look, you always celebrate. We said, no, listen, we just got to make the most of the day. Like we had a good day today. No food in the pub. We ordered a West Indian takeaway to the pub, massive takeaway for everybody, and that was all good. We sat down there, good drinks. Chatting with you lot, we were chatting before the game, and then it went horribly wrong for us. It could have gone either way. We hit the post don't forget, and we also had probably a couple of chances which we should have put away right in front of you.
The Mopay one that hit the bar right in front of us. Obviously, we hate him as well, so that was a bit of a nervous moment. But yeah, Henderson also got a really, really good save right at the end. I feel like a kind of deflection.
That was a great save at the end.
Great save, yeah. But yeah,
rebounds or something. I don't even know quite what happened really.
Yeah. And we said we're not having a go, but we just sort of said, would our goalkeeper? We've got question marks about our goalkeeper. Would he have saved that? Because the difference between certain results is also when you get one-on-ones with the goalkeeper and they pull something off, and if they don't, team's back in the game. Yeah. We pull that back in at 3-2. We're back in the game.
Yeah, totally. Although that was really late, but yeah, even at 3-1, you're never comfortable. We're not, you never.
We had a header right in front of the goal that went straight to your keeper as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, it could have gone, couldn't it? But it didn't on this day, so we'll take that.
We'll take that as well. Yeah. So like I said to you, it was tight, and we know that as well. But you got the result at the end of the day, which makes you feel happy. And for us, again, I'm a glass half full man, and I think the season finishes in May, and we've got good enough players, so I don't think it's going to be an issue.
No, I don't think you'll have an issue either. I think you've had a really good season so far. I think we were feeling definitely more nervous today, so it's hopefully will bring a bit of confidence to us now going into the new year.
UBs?
No.
More bees in the house. Listen. Bees take over. No, I'm going to say, listen. So tell me, this match.
It was pretty interesting.
It was pretty disappointing yet again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, we kind of got what we deserved, really. Wasn't a disastrous performance, but they were better than us. Maybe one goal better than us rather than two. We didn't embarrass ourselves. It was all right.
It's all right. So talk a bit more about the game. I mean, talk about the game itself. Look, we win in that game. We got an early goal. I mean, you're sort of saying, but we got an early goal. So where does it go from there? I mean, we could have, if we held on, we would have won the game. So what went wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, really. I mean, I think they always threatened when they came forward. They got some superb attacking players. Elise, I think, got 2 of the goals. He's like an absolute beauty to watch. So there's no disgrace in being unable to stop a player of his calibre, I think. I thought we did all right. we're down to the bare bones. We know that.
And we've talked about it down to bare bones, but still, we put out a team today, and we actually could have got a result if a few things did happen, and maybe a few things didn't happen. For a start, you know, you got to they got some creative players, but we need to be a little bit, you know, we need to be a little bit more active in stopping them players doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That we know what Eze's like. We played against him against QPR, or maybe most of these players never played against him, and maybe that's half the problem. And they kind of like, you know, they're getting a little bit complacent.
Yeah, but again, they're kind of like, they're better than a top 15 Premier League side. You know, him and Elise are top 6 kind of players. So I thought we did okay. We can do better. We will do better when we've got players back. But just, you know, not the end of the world.
So B's in the house, and listen, we know we didn't win the game. Palace are happy. We got players out injured. We've heard all the stories. We can't say that before. But what I'd say is that, you know, we're finishing 2023 on a bit of a low, which means that we can only enter 2024 on a bit of a high, because we know that we've got some positive things coming. We've got some players coming back. We know we play some great football. So at the end of the day, like, we've got to look at games like this and put them behind us, don't we?
Well, mate, it's all we can do. So kind of knew coming in today it was going to be a tough one. We all knew that. Didn't get the result. Bit of a shame. But I think it's good news for us that the next home game, the next league game, is going to be so far away. 1 or 2 players back. A certain Ivan Toney recovers. And we do have a bit of a habit of going into games against better teams and getting results. So we cling on to that.
Play Nottingham Forest.
But not Nottingham Forest.
With all due respect.
That's a fair point, Bill, actually. But if you look at the form table, all teams are better than us currently. All right, so go by that logic. However, listen, what I did. It's the first time I've gone to a game probably in 10 years with this sort of attitude, thinking that we're not going to get anything from this game today. That's a bit of a worry, but also a wake-up call. How well we've done the last 10 years, how well the club's done, and this fucking management team. So listen, let's stick behind them. All right, we've had a lot of bad luck, but January's the time we can turn it around. We've got players coming back. It's an opportunity to bring players in, and we're halfway through the season. We've got points on the boards. It's quite a good year to be bad in the Premier League, and unfortunately we're one of those bad teams, I think. But they're worse teams, I think. So I think we're going to hang in there. We're going to hang in there now, and my prediction is going to be another tough 6 to 8 weeks. For the last, that bit of May, most of April, the last bit of March, the cavalry's going to come, and that's going to see us over the line. And we're going to be remembering this day, remembering how shit today is. And we're going to get ourselves over the line, and next year it's going to be great again.
It's going to be right. Listen, let's make Brentford great again, yeah? Yes. Make Brentford great again.
That's not what I said. But listen, if it sells baseball caps, let's do it.
Let's do it. This is the Besotted Pride of West London podcast. We're coming to you here from Palace. We're in the Goats Tavern or something like that. Brilliant pub. We're going to get ourselves a few more drinks, and then we're going to get going back, and then, like I said to you, we're going to be giving ourselves New Year's cheer. All I'm going to say to you is thank you very much for listening to us for all of this year, supporting us. Besotted.com/beer. Like I said to you, we're going to have to get bees in the house. We're going to have to get bees in the house here, like you said. Thanks for supporting us. Buy us a beer. Like I said to you, have yourselves a really great New Year. We're coming back at the other end, absolutely fighting. We're going to be fighting with our players back, as we say. Happy New Year to everyone. If we say, come on, you bees! You bees!
We're the Eagles.